Well, a very special guest in the studios is Stivers Ford Lincoln, downright proud to salute great organizations in town. We have the co-chairs of the 4th annual Superhero Heart Run. We have Emily Graber and Molly. Help me with your last name, Molly.
Aldetta.
Aldetta. Didn't want to mess it up there, but a very special event coming up this weekend.
Well, I'm glad Taylor Knus was telling us to get all of our yard work done this week, because this weekend we have a fantastic event we want everyone to attend, and a very special story to go along with that. So let's start things off with you, Emily. What great event is coming up this Sunday?
Well, we are excited to partner with Heart Heroes. We're from Help a Heart, and we are co-chairs of the Superhero Heart Run. And it's Sunday, October 22nd. The festivities will be from 12 to 2, but the 5K walk or run starts at 2 p.m. out at Raccoon River Park in West Des Moines.
Okay, wonderful. So what are we getting people to do besides excited about wearing some superhero capes, which we have to show off today, because there is a local vendor that helps create these, right?
Yes, absolutely. Well, Heart Heroes is out of Omaha.
Okay.
And they have provided capes to all 50 states and over 35 countries. They provide these capes free of charge to children born with congenital heart disease. This affects 1 in 100 kids born, and so these capes are given to them free, and it's super exciting for them. And so when they decided to do this fundraiser and they partner with a local organization, they wanted to keep some of the funds local, but they also wanted to just be able to provide more capes and spread more awareness.
Right.
But they decided, since they do capes for the children, they wanted to do capes instead of t-shirts for their events. So it's kind of a neat way to do something different.
It's different.
Yes.
Exactly.
So they don't get a race t-shirt, but you do get to keep a race cape, and there's lots of different colors and kid sizes available too. So it's a super fun event. So when everyone runs, there's capes flying and not just t-shirts.
Oh, I love it.
Like
Truly
it should
making
be,
everybody a superhero. Now, Molly, we want to talk to you because your daughter is the ambassador for this event, correct?
She is.
And then tell us a little bit about that story.
So my daughter is 2 years old. Her name is Asia. When we were 5 months pregnant, we learned that she would be born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome and aortic and mitral atresia. So she doesn't have her left ventricle, so some people refer to it as half a heart. So she has undergone 2 open heart surgeries and has some continued feeding issues, so she's completely G-tube fed. And she has another surgery on the horizon. So.
Wow. How beneficial was it to have an organization like this, but to learn about that so early before she was even born? Was that able to help you in your process so that you were prepared for what the rest of your life was going to be like?
It definitely was. I think learning about it early gave us the opportunity to do some research and learn what was to come. And we met up with Help a Heart soon after finding out, and they were just a huge blessing to our family. It gave us tons of information and were great support to us during this time.
Well, tell us about Help a Heart.
Yeah, so Help a Heart was founded by myself and another mom, Melissa Hooper, 12 years ago, and we provide financial assistance and emotional support to Iowa families affected by congenital heart disease. So we kind of started this with a passion of being able to provide gift cards and gas cards to families when they're in the hospital, because when you're there, you want to be there with your child, but your expenses at home are still piling up. You still have a mortgage and you still have utilities. And then now you have additional cost of housing at the hospital and food you're going to eat that you hadn't planned on. So we wanted to create a way for families to free up some of that finances so that they can actually be there with their child. And then we evolved to have emotional support too. So we have a monthly support group meeting and just a huge network. We have over 200 families in our kind of network that really the support, connecting those families is where most of the support happens now, because when there's just there's a few of us that can reach out to people, but seeing the families forge those relationships has been really cool.
Now, a dozen years ago, you saw a need for something like this. What was that need?
Yes. So a dozen years ago, my son was born, and my co-founder's son was born too, and that's how we met. We met in the hospital when our kids were there together for a surgery, and we looked around and saw other people that didn't have as much support as we did, and we wanted to be able to create that support for those families and ease some of that financial burden so that those families wouldn't have it as much. And we just decided to start this organization to meet that need. And then here we are. Here we are.
Still going strong and still creating some wonderful superheroes. I think the biggest thing is hearing the numbers, how daunting they are, and how many families are truly touched by a congenital heart situation.
Yep, it's the most common birth defect. It affects 1 in 100 children
That's a
born.
lot.
Yeah, and so you think, you don't hear about it a lot, but once you're a part of the world, then it becomes a lot more common.
Right.
And there's a lot of varying heart defects. Her daughter has left heart syndrome. My son has hypoplast right. But it can be everything from a hole in the heart to what the single ventricles that we both have.
Unbelievable and scary to think of someone so little having to deal with open heart surgery, but you're taking the right steps to make sure they have a long, fulfilling life, which is great to hear. But we want to make sure that support is there, not only meeting people, but financially as well. So let's get as many people out to this wonderful event as possible. So give us all the details once again.
Yes, we are super excited, again, just to partner with Heart Heroes to bring this event to West Des Moines. And the cost is $25 for adults, and we have Justice Corps of Iowa will be out there with some superheroes for the kids.
Of course, wonderful.
There's crafts to do, face painting. So everything starts at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
But the actual race itself, so for our diehard runners, they can show up closer to 2 p.m. if they don't.
And it's on Sunday too, which is nice.
Yes,
yeah.
Sunday afternoon. So 1:30 will be when Molly shares her story, and we bring up some more speakers. But so 1:30 to 2 is kind of a time where we do a parade of all the Heart Heroes that are there, and then also the Heart Angel families that are there will have a chance to be honored as well. And then the actual race will start at 2 p.m. And we also have kids like dashes beforehand, which is so fun because the kids just love to have like a 100-meter dash to the finish line before the race, because most of them can't quite run a 5K.
All right, we need to show off your cool capes too. Okay, these are custom capes. Explain what these are.
So this was my son Gabe's. This is the one they design personalized capes for the kids based on what they want. So the design that they choose. You can show Asia's too.
There you go. Pretty.
Yeah. So they get to decide what they want exactly, and then they get to keep it and wear it when they're in the hospital or whenever.
Fantastic, because these children are superheroes, and including their families that help support them the entire way. And you can be a superhero as well in our community. If people want more details, what's the best website?
www.superheroheartrun.com.
Okay, superheroheartrun.com. We are downright proud to salute your organization and, of course, being an ambassador of this great event coming up on Sunday.
Thank you
ladies.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. It is 8:22, and we will be right back. This is CW Iowa Live.